The nominees for the Crunchyroll Anime Awards have officially been revealed, and I'm gonna go through every single category. And for some categories, I'll mention what I thought was snubbed and would have voted for in that category. We're going to work our way backwards, so we're going to end off with Anime of the Year. So let's get started. The nominees for Best English Performance: Alexis Tipton, Rize from Chainsaw Man Rize Arc, Emily Lowe as Mao Mao from The Apothecary Diaries, Justin Briner as Izuku Midoriya from My Hero Academia Final Season, Lucien Doge as Akaza from Demon Slayer Infinity Castle, Morgan Berry as Shiori Fumura from Sanda, and Paul Castro Jr. as Yukaru from The Summer Hikaru Died. For me, I'm personally biased because Morgan Berry is one of my favorite English voice actors, as well as Alexis Tipton, but the voice acting I hear from Paul in The Summer Hikaru Died is top tier, so I'm going to give them my vote. The next category, Best Voice Artist Performance, Japanese. The nominees are Aoyuki as Mao Mao from The Apothecary Diaries, Chiaki Kobayashi as Yoshiki Tsunaka in The Summer Hikaru Died, Daiki Yamashita as Izuku Midoriya, My Hero Academia Final Season, Kiku Nosoka Toya as Denji from Chainsaw Man Rize Arc, Mayumi Tanaka as Monkey D. Luffy, One Piece, and Rei Rita as Rize from Chainsaw Man. Another stacked category, but for this one, I'm going to go with Reina as Rize. Fantastic performance as Rize. That category, Best Ending Sequence. The nominees are Actor from Spy Family, Beautiful Colors from Kaiju Number 8 Season 2, Do Kaishu Sitoru from Dandadan Season 2, I from My Hero Academia Final Season, Kawaii Kawaii from My Just Darling Season 2, and Unpacks from Solo 11 Season 2. For this one, I'm going with Kawaii Kawaii from My Dress of Darling, just because of the unique animation showcasing all the different cosplays that Maureen has done throughout the show, as well as her own personal casual clothing. It's a fantastic ending sequence. Next category, Best Opening Sequence. Nominees are Hugs from Gachiakuta, Raj from Call of the Night Season 2, On the Way from Dandadan Season 2, Reawaker from Solo 11 Season 2, The Revo My Hero Academia Final Season, and Watch Me from Witch Watch. If you were to see my top 10 anime openings of 2025, you'll know that my favorite anime opening for 2025 was from Dandadan. But for this category, I'm going to go with Mirage because I constantly think about this opening, and also I'm biased because Creepin' Notch is fantastic. Best Score. The nominees are Chainsaw Man Rize Arc, Dandadan Season 2, Demon Slayer Infinity Castle, Gachiakuta, Soul 11 Season 2, and The Apothecary Diaries Season 2. Now, there's a lot of good scores from here, but for me, Gachiakuta brings the most uniqueness for a score. It may not have some of my favorite single OSTs in anime for this year. That honor will go to Chainsaw Man, but overall, the breadth of the score is fantastic. Not for Best Anime Song, In Bloom from The Apothecary Diaries, its opening song. Irisel, Chainsaw Man, the opening song. Jane Doe, the ending song from Chainsaw Man Rize Arc. On the Way, the second opening for Dandadan. Reawakened, the opening for Solo Leveling. Watch Me, the opening for Witch Watch. For me, in this category, my vote will go for Iris Out. I just love the song. But what I think should have been nominated is In the Pool from Chainsaw Man Rize Arc, my favorite singles song from an anime this year. It is the song that plays during the pool sequence with Denji and Rize. That song is absolute cinema. Nominees for Must Protect at All Costs: Anya Forager, Izuku Midoriya, Karako Waguri, Mao Mao, Suika, and Tokopi. My vote is going to go for Suika because if you watch this season of Dr. Stone, Suika goes through a lot and she must be protected at all costs. The nominees for Best Supporting Character are Engine from Gachiakuta, Gigi from Dandadan, Jinshi from The Apothecary Diaries, Katsuki Bakugo from My Hero Academia, Lowland / Shisui from The Apothecary Diaries, and Tobagranny from Dandadan. My vote will go to Shisui, easily my favorite character introduced in anime this year, and arguably the second best character this year in anime, only behind one particular cat-like character. Nominees for Best Main Character are Izuku Midoriya from My Hero Academia, Mao Mao from Apothecary Diaries, Momo from Dandadan, Okarun from Dandadan, Rudo from Gachiakuta, and Sunjin Woo from Solo Leveling. Speaking of the cat-like character, my vote will go to Mao Mao, who is easily the best anime character this year, arguably the best female character in anime the last 10 years. I love Mao Mao. The nominees for Best Slice of Life are Anne Shirley, Blue Box, City the Animation, My Dress Up Darling Season 2, Spy Family Season 3, and The Fragrant Flowers Bloom with Dignity. 3 of these shows are in my top 10 anime for 2025. And I want to try to spread the love going through these categories. But for me, the best slice of life this year was My Dress Up Darling Season 2. This anime went above and beyond for what I expected from this series after watching Season 1. Season 2 was fantastic. The nominees for Best Drama are Anne Shirley, Blue Box, Orb on the Movements of the Earth, Togepi's Original Shin, The Apothecary Diaries Season 2, and The Summer Hikaru Died. For this category, I'm going to go with Orb. Even though I have not finished Orb, I believe it's probably one of the best animes of the decade. And I believe this is the only category it's nominated in. So my vote's gonna go for it. And if you have not watched Orb yet, watch Orb. It's my only blind recommendation right now. The nominees for Best Isekai Anime are Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skill Season 2, Disney Twisted Wonderland Season 1, From Bureaucrat to Villainous Dad's Been Reincarnated, Konosuba Season 3 Bonus Stage, ReZero Season 3, and Zensu. My vote easily going to ReZero Season 3. I love Season 3 of ReZero. Next, the nominees for Best Action are Dandadan Season 2, Gachiakuta, Kaiju Number 8 Season 2, My Hero Academia Final Season, One Piece, Solo Leveling Season 2. My vote is going to Solo Leveling because this season was all gas, no breaks. The nominees for Best Comedy are City the Animation, Dandadan Season 2, My Dress Up Darling Season 2, Run My Half Season 2, Spy Family Season 3, and Witch Watch. Out of all these animes, Witch Watch made me laugh the most, so my vote will be going to Witch Watch. The nominees for Best Romance are Blue Box, Dandadan, Honey Lemon Soda, My Dress Up Darling Season 2, Run My Half Season 2, and The Fragrant Flowers Bloom with Dignity. My vote is easily going to The Fragrant Flowers Bloom with Dignity, easily the best romance anime of the year. The nominees for Best Background Art are City the Animation, Dandadan Season 2, Gachiakuta, Kowloon Generic Romance, The Apothecary Diaries Season 2, and The Summer Hikaru Died. My vote is going to The Summer Hikaru Died because a lot of these backgrounds in it, absolute cinema. Nominees for Best Director are Akanori Fudusaka and Nohiro Naganomo for The Apothecary Diaries, Fuga Yamashiro and Abel Gonora for Dandadan, Fumihiko Sugunama, Gachiakuta, Kenji Nagasaka and Naomi Nakayama for My Hero Academia Final Season, Ryohei Takashita for The Summer Hikaru Died, and Shina Ino for Takubi's Original Sin. My vote is going to go for Takubi's Original Sin. The way it adapts its original source material is fantastic, and you would think it would never be possible, but it is possible. The nominees for Best Character Design are Dandadan Season 2, Gachiakuta, My Dress Up Darling Season 2, One Piece, Takubi's Original Sin, The Apothecary Diaries Season 2. My vote goes to Gachiakuta because there's a lot of unique character designs, and for a lot of these characters, you can easily identify who it is just based on a silhouette, which signals great character design. The nominees for Best Animation are Dandadan Season 2, Gachiakuta, My Hero Academia Final Season, One Piece, Solo Leveling Season 2, and Takubi's Original Sin. My vote's gonna go for My Hero Academia. This final stretch of episodes proves that My Hero Academia is one of the best animated shonen series of the last decade, and they finally got to fully display that since they did not have to worry about working on another movie. The nominees for Best Original Anime are Apocalypse Hotel, Digimon Beat Break, Lazarus, Mobile Suit Gundam G-Cukes, Moonrise, and Zenshu. I have not watched anything in this category, but I have heard good things about G-Quex, but I have heard fantastic things from people who I trust about Apocalypse Hotel, so that will be my vote. The nominees for Best New Series are Clevitus, Gachiakuta, Sakamoto Days, Takubi's Original Sin, The Fragrant Flower Blooms of Dignity, and Summer Hikaru Died. There's clearly two shows that should win this category, and that is The Summer Hikaru Died and Takubi's Original Sin, but I'm going to go with Takubi's Original Sin. But for Best New Series, I feel like To Be or Hex should have been nominated here, but I kind of understand why it was not nominated because technically it was not a Japanese animated show, so that's why it did not get nominated. But if you have not watched To Be Hero X, go watch To Be Hero X. It's easily one of the best anime of the year. The nominees for Best Continuing Series are Dandadan, Kaiju Number 8, My Hero Academia, One Piece, Solo Leveling, and Spy Family. First of all, Why is Apothecary Diaries not here? Because that would be my vote. But regardless, My Hero Academia was in my top 2 anime for 2025. So I'm going to vote for My Hero Academia. But Apothecary Diaries should have been here. Nominees for Best Anime Film are 100 Meters, Chainsaw Man Weasley Arc, Demon Slayer Infinity Castle, Mononoke Chapter 2, The Ashes of Rage, Scarlet, and The Roses of Versailles. My vote is going to go to Chainsaw Man. I think it is the best animated film of the year. Now finally, the nominees for Anime of the Year are Dandadan, Gachiakuta, My Hero Academia Final Season, Takapi's Original Sin, The Apothecary Diaries Season 2, and The Summer Hikaru Died. Before I'm going to say my pick, I feel like 2 shows should have been under people's consideration. The first being To Be Hero X, easily one of the best anime of the year. Another show that did not receive any love in the nomination is Uma Musume Pretty Derby Cinderella Grey. Easily the best sports anime. Arguably one of the best anime of the year. If you have not watched it, you can watch it. You do not need any knowledge of Uma Musume to enjoy Cinderella Grey. My vote for anime of the year is going to go to The Apothecary Diaries. Even though it was not technically my anime of the year, My Hero Academia Final Season was my anime of the year. But these shows are easily my 2 favorite of the year. And some days I feel like it can be interchangeable for me. Anyways, those are my votes for the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. What were your votes? And what do you think was snubbed from the awards this year? Share your opinions in the comments down below. Anyways, I've been D-Man. You can find me anywhere at D_man416x. And I'll see you when I see you.